When it comes to tariffs and trade, we all understand in the White House, and the American people understand, that Elon's a car manufacturer. But he's not a car manufacturer, he's a car assembler in many cases.
Navarro is truly a moron, and dumber than a sack of bricks, was the response from Elon Musk on his social media platform X, following comments from Donald Trump's senior counselor for trade and manufacturing, Peter Navarro.
Let me tie it back to Abraham Lincoln and Team of Rivals. Abraham Lincoln created the U.S. Department of Agriculture, right? His spirit is very much alive here. But I think back to his cabinet all those years ago and had a lot of disagreement, but that was the way he made decisions. And President Trump is exactly the same way.
And as far-fetched as opinions regarding squabbling West Wing personalities goes, there's a reason why Musk versus Navarro matters. Because this feud illustrates the competing factions advising President Trump, and which side prevails is more often likely to determine whether Mr. Trump's economic policy succeeds.
He doesn't want a bunch of people that agree with each other. He wants us to disagree, and then he makes the ultimate decision.
Yes! Elon Musk may have an erratic demeanor, but he's right about at least two big things. One, on his hopes for trade between the US and Europe.
I hope it is agreed that both Europe and the United States should move, ideally, in my view, to a zero tariff situation, effectively creating a free trade zone between Europe and North America.
Mr. Musk has also rightly pointed out that most federal spending is for entitlement programs, though Mr. Trump has promised not to touch such benefits.
That's like the big one to eliminate. That's the sort of $500 billion, maybe $700 billion a year.
Take over, Elon!
Broadly speaking, Mr. Musk represents a segment of Mr. Trump's 2024 coalition, call it Silicon Valley MAGA, that is libertarian-ish and believes in freeing the US economy to grow and dominate the future, benefiting all Americans. It favors pro-growth tax and regulatory policy and robust legal immigration to attract the world's brightest minds.
If they wish to work in Europe or wish to work in America, they should be allowed to do so, in my view. That has certainly been my advice to the president.
Then there's Mr. Navarro.
The thing that's, I think, important about Elon to understand, he sells cars. That's what he does.
He's part of the Steve Bannon wing of MAGA, which wants to put US industries behind the high tariff walls that Mr. Trump is now imposing. This faction distrusts corporations, especially big tech and pharma, and it doesn't mind higher taxes and using government power to punish political enemies.
Right now, the smart strategy is not to panic, just stay in, because we are going to have the biggest boom in the stock market we've ever seen under the Trump policies.
Mr. Navarro has the additional talent of saying whatever he thinks the boss wants to hear. For example, in 2020, he wrote a report titled The Immaculate Deception: 6 Key Dimensions of Election Irregularities.
I mean, Elon Musk is right that, tariffs are taxes, they can hurt the economy. But it's also true that, Peter Navarro figuratively took a bullet for Donald Trump. He went to jail for Donald Trump.
One way to interpret Mr. Musk's bluntness lately is that he may be on his way out with Mr. Trump, which would be a shame. Mr. Musk has taken some missteps, but he's saying things the president ought to hear and represents the aspirational wing of MAGA land that is the best part of Trumponomics.
Boys will be boys, and we will let their public sparring continue.